Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources Ahmad Shyam says Reef Seed, the innovative coral restoration initiative, will help the Maldives combat reef degradation and promote the recovery of these vital marine habitats. Speaking at the project's inauguration, Minister Shyam underscored the importance of the initiative, describing it as a critical step in addressing the profound environmental challenges posed by climate change. The project is led by the Maldives Marine Research Institute (MMRI) in collaboration with the Australian Institute of Marine Science (AIMS). Funded through a $1.5 million G20 initiative, the 3-year program also benefits from the expertise of the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation (CSIRO). Minister Shyam noted that the advanced systems employed, developed with Australian support, not only streamline coral propagation but also engage younger generations in conservation. Reef Seed incorporates a portable containerized coral aquaculture system capable of propagating up to 100,000 young corals at a time. This innovative technology, deployed at Mania Fushi in Kafu Atoll, has been designed to maximize larval production while reducing the labor intensity typically required for such efforts. Preparations are well underway according to MMRI, aligning propagation activities with the Maldives coral spawning season, which runs from February to May. Beyond its immediate applications, the Institute plans to conduct extensive research to assess the technology's long-term potential in supporting large-scale reef restoration. According to Minister Shyam, local engagement remains a priority as part of these efforts. He said 5 Maldivian youths have already been trained in coral propagation techniques through AIMS, a development heralded as a significant step in building local capacity. Highlighting this achievement, Minister reaffirmed the administration's commitment to extending protections for reef areas across the Maldives, further ensuring the sustainability of its marine ecosystems. Coral reefs play a vital role in the Maldivian economy, standing as a cornerstone of the nation's tourism industry. These vibrant ecosystems draw a significant share of the visitors who fuel the country's economy while also sustaining the livelihoods of local communities. By integrating cutting-edge technology with global collaboration, the Reef Seed initiative seeks to safeguard and revive these critical marine habitats. The Common Fund for Commodities (CFC) invites applications for financial support from projects that aim to transform commodity value chains and uplift smallholder and SME-based enterprises in the Maldives. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare said as Maldives is a CFC member country, the opportunity is open for local farmers and agribusinesses. The CFC provides a variety of financial and technical support options to empower SMCs, cooperatives, international commodity bodies (ICBs), and other institutions, particularly those led by or supporting women in agriculture. Financing can be provided in the form of loans for capital expenditures, working capital or trade finance to invest in productivity and value chain upgrading, involving smallholders and SMEs. Applications must be submitted before 1st April and must clearly show operational and financial viability and be economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare invites input from interested parties and the public for the planned development of an coconut development center in Aryadu, Alif Dal Atoll.
As part of the national initiative to revive coconut palm population in the Maldives, Aryadu has been placed under the jurisdiction of the ministry following a decision by the Ministerial Cabinet. According to the ministry, a coconut development center will be established in the island under the initiative, along with nurseries to cultivate high-quality coconut palms to provide a sustainable supply of certified varieties of coconuts to the islands. The ministry said that the facilities planned for the island will also work towards ensuring food security and cultivation of coastal plants and shrubbery. They will also launch adaptive research in Aryadu to identify coconut palm diseases and find solutions, including the exploration of biological control methods. Government will be seeking foreign investors to provide technical and financial assistance to establish the center in Aryadu. The operational and management cost of managing the village will also be covered through the investment. Ministry has opened the door for input on how to develop and operate the center. The opportunity is open to the public, associations and companies to register and provide feedback on the planned project. The population of coconut palm in most areas of the Maldives is facing an aging crisis, with many trees past their peak productivity. The Coconut Palm Revival Initiative is aimed at reversing the decline and aid efforts to ensure food security in the country.
Maldives Central Bank, Maldives Monetary Authority (MMA), Deputy Governor Ahmad Imad tenders his resignation. His resignation came just before a motion to recommend his dismissal was tabled to be heard in Parliament. In his resignation letter, Imad expressed pride in his work, especially the efforts in the Foreign Exchange Act and relevant regulations. Imad had been accused of being at fault for not reporting former Governor Ali Hashim when he had failed to execute his legally mandated responsibilities. Imad had been serving as Deputy Governor since 2020. Ali Hashim was dismissed from his post as Governor in July last year, following the recommendation of the Parliament. The Parliament had found that Hashim had not been performing his duties effectively as Governor, particularly at the time when the government was raising funds from the domestic market and required effective regulation. The committee also noted that the MMA had not advised the government since November 17, 2023 on the key objectives outlined in the MMA Act. Under the Maldivian Constitution, the President has the authority to remove the governor of the MMA based on the advice of Parliament. The Maldives Industrial Fisheries Company, MIFCO, announces plans to construct a fish cannery in Hurumale, supported by a $65 million loan from the Islamic Development Bank (ISDB). The decision to relocate the cannery from its originally proposed site in Kanduoigiri Fish Village followed a directive from the cabinet. The move facilitated the allocation of a land parcel in Hurumale by the Housing Development Corporation (HDC). With funding secured, MIFCO has said it is now focusing on completing the necessary administrative procedures. The facility, designed to process up to 35 tons of fish, represents a significant advancement in the company's processing capabilities. Once operational, the Hurumale cannery is expected to enhance efficiency and contribute to the economic sustainability of the fisheries sector, according to MIFCO. This project aligns with broader government initiatives. Kanduoigiri, previously central to MIFCO's operations, was reassigned to the Maldives National Defence Force (MNDF) in August 2024. Thiruvananthapuram Deputy Inspector General Ajitha Begum confirms that Indian authorities arrested at Washington's request a cryptocurrency exchange administrator accused of money laundering, conspiracy and violating sanctions.
During a press conference, Ajitha Begum confirmed the identity of the person who got arrested.
His name is Alexei Besyoko, and he is involved in a huge money laundering case. There are charges of money laundering as well as conspiracy to operate unlicensed business in US. So this case is existing now in Eastern District of Virginia, and so he's been absconding. He did not appear for the hearing there. That's how this warrant has been issued against him.
The US Justice Department said last week the United States, Germany and Finland took down the online infrastructure used by the Russian cryptocurrency exchange Garantex. They added that 2 administrators of the exchange were charged. One of those administrators was Besyokov, a Russian resident and Lithuanian national who was charged with money laundering and also faced accusations of violating sanctions and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business.
U.S. President Donald Trump said he has no intention of creating exemptions on steel and aluminum tariffs and said reciprocal and sectoral tariffs will be imposed on April 2nd.
Last month, Trump raised tariffs on imports of steel and aluminum to a flat 25%, without exemptions or exceptions, in a move that was designed to help US industry while contributing to an escalating trade war. Speaking to reporters in Air Force One just before midnight on Sunday, Trump said reciprocal duties on US trading partners would come alongside auto duties.
It's going to be reciprocal. In other words, whatever they're charging, we're charging. Very simple. If they're charging us, we're charging them. It's no longer they charge us and we don't charge them.
Trump has said previously that he would impose reciprocal tariffs on US friends and foes alike at the beginning of April.
Yemen's Houthi military spokesperson says they will respond to US airstrikes with escalation.
Houthi spokesperson Yahya Sariyah said the Yemeni armed forces are confronting this criminal aggression and responding to escalation by escalation, adding without evidence that the group had launched a second attack against the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Harry S. Truman in the Red Sea. An official told that U.S. warplanes shot down 11 Houthi drones on Sunday, March 16, none of which came close to the Truman, a U.S. official told Reuters. U.S. forces also tracked a missile that splashed down off the coast of Yemen and was not deemed a threat. The airstrikes are the biggest U.S. military operation in the Middle East since President Donald Trump took office in January. One U.S. official told Reuters the campaign might continue for weeks. The Houthis, who have taken control of most of Yemen over the past decade, said last week they would resume attacks on Israeli ships passing through the Red Sea if Israel did not lift a block on aid entering Gaza.
Dozens of Filipino human rights activists marches near the presidential palace in Manila to urge the Philippine government to rejoin the International Criminal Court (ICC) following former President Rodrigo Duterte's trial in The Hague.
The Philippines was a member of the ICC from 2011 until 2019, when it officially withdrew its membership. Under the court's founding 1998 Rome Statute, even if a state withdraws as a member, it retains jurisdiction over crimes within its jurisdiction committed during the membership period. On March 14, Duterte made his first appearance via video link before the ICC, where he was facing murder allegations from his war on drugs campaign, which killed thousands in the Philippines during his term as president. Duterte, who led the Philippines from 2016 to 2022, is set to be the first Asian former head of state to go on trial at the ICC, a court of last resort created more than 2 decades ago to prosecute individuals for war crimes, crimes against humanity, aggression, and genocide.
Australian teenager Gout Gout underlined his startling potential and earned more comparisons with Usain Bolt by running the 200 meters in a wind-assisted 1998 seconds at Queensland State Champions.
The breeze of 3.6 meters per second means his dip under the 20-second barrier will not be entered into the record books, but his 20.05 in the heats was the fastest in the world this year, albeit at a time when most sprinters are not competing outdoors. The son of migrants from war-torn South Sudan, Gout Gout's running style and fast times have already earned comparisons with Jamaican sprinting great Bolt. He has already stated his ambition to become the first Australian to break the 20-second barrier in the 200-meter and the second to crack the 10-second barrier in the 100-meter, where his best legal time was 10.17. Gout's next chance to do that will be in Melbourne at the Maury Plant Meet on March 29.
For many women like Rupinder Kaur living across India's rural hinterland, just leaving home for the day is a big deal. But now the resident of India's northern state of Punjab leaves home and her own village several times a week to pilot agricultural drones to help farmers spray pesticides and fertilizers over their crops.
About 1 year ago, Kaur got word from her local women's self-help group about a program launched by the Indian government that helps train up rural women as full-fledged and licensed agricultural drone pilots, or Drone Didi, Hindi for Drone Sisters. She enthusiastically enrolled and has since been piloting industrial-sized drones weighing from 25 kg to 35 kg across farmlands. For Kaur, the job has not only liberated her from the kitchen, but has also helped her family earn some extra income. Agricultural drones are also gaining traction amongst farmers like Sanjeev Kumar, who views the high-tech practice as more sustainable and cheaper than the traditional method of hiring laborers to do the same job. It's also safer and, according to experts, requires less water and resources. On average, Kaur can fly her drone to work over 10 acres at most per day, from which she can earn up to 4,500 rupees or $52 per job. The program, officially dubbed Namo Drone Didi, promises to provide 15,000 selected women self-help groups or financial intermediaries for women across India with industrial-grade drones in a push to empower women.
And that's all we have for now. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant day ahead.
ಬರಕಾತೆರೆ ರಮಲಾನ್ ಮಹುಗೆ ಹೇ ಒಯ್ದುಮಾತ ಹುನಿಯಾ ಟಿವಿ ಬಲ್ಲವಾ ಲೊಬಿತಿ ರೈತುನಂ ಅರಿಸ್ಕುರಂ